Hi there, I'm Jòh-Ann. I'm a pelvic health physio, and I'm going to show you how we as physios use a speculum to do a POPQ test. Now, a POPQ test is a test used to stage a pelvic organ prolapse, and it gives us a lot of information on where the prolapse is and how much movement you've actually got. It's a way to measure a prolapse over time and also to measure it if someone's going to have surgery, for example, to give the surgeon's information, and also for us to know which type of pessaries to choose to support that person's prolapse. Now, when we use a speculum for a POPQ, we get rid of that top half because we don't need that. So we only use the bottom half, and this will generally be done after our speculum examination, that you can go back and view in one of my previous videos that I've shown how we do that. So it won't only be used for this test. We'll usually view the vaginal tissues first, and then we'll remove the top half and do the POPQ test. We also use a little stick that's numbered, and this will show us how much movement happens at whichever area we're looking at, and this is how we stage it. So this will be lubricated going into the vagina, and the stick will follow into the vagina. Then, depending on where we're measuring, so whether we're measuring the top part of the vagina, if the cervix is present, that will be the end that we're measuring. If there's no cervix, we call it the cuff. Or if we're measuring that front wall where the bladder and the urethra is, or if we're measuring the back wall, and in that case this will need to be turned around, and we'll get the person to do some movements like holding their breath and bearing down so that we can actually see differences in movement. And then, depending on how much movement happens on the stick, we'll stage that accordingly. Once we've done all the little inside bits, everything comes out, and we use the POPQ stick on the outside looking at the vulva to do our final measurements there. So that's how we do a POPQ test, also using a speculum. Let me know if you've got any questions.